on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the Tobago Updates morning show. It is Friday, 3rd of July, and as quickly as June ran along, July seems to be going equally as quickly. We're glad that you've joined us here on the morning show. We say good morning to those of you viewing us on AMPLIA, on Digicel, on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're looking at us. Good morning to you and welcome. In studio with me this morning is the lovely Renessa Ortiz. Good morning, Renessa.
Good morning, Alex.
I am sure hoping that you'll feel as bright as you look this morning.
Indeed.
That is good to know.
You know, it's really interesting though that I thought about coming down in the car this morning. The SEA results that was released last night. So much, I'm sure there's so much jubilation with the parents and
Or different levels of anxiety, you know.
There's also that aspect as well. But going forward, to continue to encourage our parents to uplift and cover your young ones in prayer.
Yes.
This is the next step into
Another
their life. This brings on a lot of challenges, and we want to encourage the community, villages around these children to continue to pour into them in the way that they need to fill up as they continue on in their journey in this.
You tell I want to tell them. All you do is stress out the children. You know, you already come under so much pressure to do the exam. Just let the results be what they are. These results do not define the rest of the child's life.
Right.
So let's not put them under any pressure. Even if it didn't turn out the way you wanted, let the child understand that they can succeed in any one of these schools, and just let them be. Let them just be their best, and you'll see in 5 years how much can come.
Indeed, because we often think that the school that our charges are into their care, or placed into their care, that determines the outcome as they go in life, and that is so far from the truth.
It doesn't.
It's so far from the truth.
You can succeed almost anywhere. I just want to say good morning to Dr. and Mrs. Round there in Florida. They've been ardent viewers for more than 3 years, Renessa.
Wow, good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for staying here at the Tobago Updates and continuing to make us your #1 station.
As we go along, Renessa, we head to the news in 90 seconds.
Yes, we do. In a major institutional shake-up, Police Commissioner Asta Guevara has abruptly revoked the appointments of 17 police officers. This was announced in a public notice issued yesterday. Though no official reasons were disclosed, records show that at least 5 fired officers had previous links to criminal investigations, disciplinary infractions, or court matters, including prior charges for conspiracy to defraud and misbehavior in public office. Concurrently, the TTPS has launched an official recruitment drive via Employee TT for new constables, which closes on July 10th. Domestic commuters, Caribbean Airlines has announced that customers will soon be able to use the debit and links cards to pay for inter-island flights in Trinidad and Tobago dollars across all CAL's digital payment platforms. They confirmed the secure payment upgrade will be available on its website and mobile app, making it easier for citizens to book inter-island flights. And finally, Tobago's world-famous gastronomic heritage is getting a professional boost. A cohort of store-baked crab and dumpling vendors have successfully graduated from a specialized culinary retraining program with Chef Arthur Patrick at the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, spearheaded by the Pigeon Point Heritage Park Board of Directors. Training equipped local food operators with refined techniques and industry best practices to elevate the island's signature dish, ensuring authentic experiences for visiting tourists and residents alike. And that was the news in 90 seconds. Tune in again at 6 p.m. for our full newscast. Alex, I'm excited about that last story in terms of ensuring that our local or food heritage here on the island remains within its authentic means, so that visitors, even residents, are like, whenever you decide, okay, today I'm going for some crab and dumpling, it tastes like what it's supposed to taste like. It tastes authentic. It doesn't taste as though there was any addition that takes away from what we know it to be primarily of Tobago's culture.
I think that is indeed a significant step, maintaining the authenticity of our food. But sometimes you go into some place and you bought meal X and you have a particular expectation, and then when you start digging, it's like, this is not it. You know, I'm really happy that, you know, at least that's one step in maintaining the authenticity of what local food should be like. It's one of the things that people need to appreciate. When I tell people when I travel, one of the things I try to do is indulge in street food, because to me the street food is really reflective of the
accurate representation. Yes.
And so if we do things like this, I think it really boosts the image of ourselves that we present to the world.
Because we've been speaking about this, I think, just this week when we had the whole concept of including within the hotel spaces that they are using all local ingredients here for their dishes, and really giving tourists and visitors that opportunity to really taste what authentic food here on the island of Tobago is all about. Now, we've also been talking a lot about how in public space and in public office we have officers who sometimes they go astray, and we seem and feel as though they aren't reprimanded in the way that they should be as it reflects to the law, especially when we want these individuals to be upholders of the law. We see here Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara with the appointments of 17 police officers. Alex, what is your take on this? I know you're one person in particular who is always you're very strong in your opinion as it relates to officers or individual in public office misbehaving.
But I believe that if you're the police officer, your first responsibility is not enforcement, it's upholding of the law. You cannot earn the respect of the populace as a law enforcement officer if you are seen to be breaking the law. I think that's one of the bigger challenges we've had over the years. We've had officers of the view that being a law enforcement officer exempts you from the requirement to uphold the law. And we're seeing this action taken by the Commissioner of Police in response to these now former officers who clearly were not upholders of the law. I am just hoping that it was done right, so that we don't see a repeat of circumstances that we've had in the past where there was good reason to do it, but the procedure was wrong. So we're hoping that the commissioner was procedurally correct in the actions that he took, and so that there's, you know, real justice being met in terms of how the public will now see the police service dealing with errant officers. My advice, though, is they keep their eyes on them as well, because remember, these are people who you've trained to do certain things. And you don't just dismiss them from the police service and allow them to just roam free without keeping a close eye, especially those who you can claim or who had prior matters before the court with criminal activity and things. I think those are officers that your intelligence should be keeping a close eye on, so that they do not use the training without the benefit of the supervision that the police service should offer and create more problems in the society than they already have.
And I would also say the public would also encourage this sort of revoking of appointments going forward, given the right procedures going forward, especially if individuals are caught acting outside of their purview.
We can't continue to appear to condone wrongdoing by those whose responsibility it is to enforce the law.
Indeed. And viewers, right here we're going to head straight into our birthday shoutouts this morning. We're heading on over to the celebratory segment of our mornings. First up on the lineup, we have OJ Richards. Happy birthday to you. Wishing you more years on this as you continue to create here for the island of Tobago. We continue to wish you all the success going forward in your new year. Happy birthday to you from us here at the Tobago Updates family.
Next on the list, Aaron Phillips. Happy birthday to you, Aaron. We trust that your day is filled with as much music as this picture suggests, and that in spite of all that happens around you, your life will always be reflective of music of the soul. Happy birthday, have a great day, a great new year, and God's continued blessing.
Up next, we have Sean Ned. Happy birthday to you. Wishing you all good things, all prosperity as you take your next circle around the sun. We hope you have a great day today. Wishing you all God's richest blessings upon your life in the new year.
Following him is Ray Bruce. Happy birthday to you. It's been quite a while since I've seen this face. Trusting that you have a great day and it begins a year of favor and blessings from our God. Happy birthday to you.
Next up, we have Assembly Member Ian Whitey Pollard. You have made it to yet another birthday on this earth. We want to say happy birthday to you. We're going to continue to wish you a speedy recovery, that you will continue to push forward. God continues to give you the strength, give your family the strength to continue to give you the support that you need in this time. But we want to say happy birthday to you. We hope that today is filled with joy, it's filled with love, and that all those who love, cherish, and appreciate you really take the time out to come and spend time with you, and wishing you a great year going forward. Now, Alex, up next, we have a very special greeting.
Yes, it's
we have
not
a very
necessarily
special.
a
This
birthday
week, it's not necessarily a birthday greeting. However, we want to celebrate with one of our own here at Tobago Updates, sending congratulations to our youth show host valedictorian at her graduation at the Bishop's High School yesterday. Congratulations, Jolie.
Julie has made us very proud. I don't know, in the first picture there was so many awards you could hardly see her. But she has made us very proud. Congratulations, Julie. We wish you all the best. We're looking forward to continued great things.
Indeed.
As you press forward. It's really a big honor to be valedictorian. I graduated at valedictorian and my graduation from high school. It's really an honor. And no, I mean, it's humbling, but it's really an honor to represent your entire graduating class. It says that you have done well and that you're speaking for a group of people who've also done well. So again, congratulations, Julie, and all the best going forward.
And we have continued to see Julie's greatness here in the Tobago.
Yes, our viewers are they're not isolated from.
No, they are not. They have been witness to it as well.
Yes.
Congratulations again, Julie. And viewers, this has brought us to the end of our celebratory segment for this morning. But Alex, our programming continues. What's in line for our viewers this morning?
Talk first off with the Mount St. George Methodist School, and we'll talk with them about a field trip that they were part of, and I don't want to give away too much of that just yet. And we talk about advancing sustainable development. So we're talking some interesting things this morning, and then following that, Marcus joins us for all things sport. I'm sure that we're going to get this morning's roundup of the World Cup.
Indeed.
And Marcus is going to be very excited. I would like he slept last night.
So
but certainly we're going to have an interesting morning.
Indeed. Viewers, there you have it. We want you to stay right here with us. Right after the break, we'll continue with our conversation. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
My name is Carpage. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys track and field team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the girls female program. Preparing an athlete is not just running on the track. You have the mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a lot of factors that we have to look into, and we have to try so we can deal with them as best as possible.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Okay, 335, 336, 337, 338,
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teen, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, Do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624 333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting service. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
Nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Her business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
And I have never ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard oven on a Thursday. Here now, talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a week. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would day, and boom, coconut drops, boom, bread, boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tart, and boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let me hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays. Tuesdays only. You don't keep talk, we only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT. I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, they are located on Buku Road, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Racetrack Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green head. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out their menu day one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, protect. Everyone benefits.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning.
Today our standard 1 class went to bakery. We met Auntie Sandra and she welcomed us.
Welcome to Sandra's Bakery Limited.
After putting on our apron and head covers, we had to wash our hands thoroughly and use a scrubbing brush to get under our nails. The boys had to wipe down the work area. Auntie Sandra showed us how to put their famous cheese bits into those humongous croissants. But why are you watching me so, boy? I was hungry. Uncle Mo showed us how to roll out chocolate chip cookies. I took them to the baker to put them in the big oven. We got to make our own pizzas. First was that delicious homemade tomato sauce. Even Miss Wheeler and Pretty got in this action. We sprinkled the cheese. Then we put on the sausage. Finally, they put it in the bake mat. The yellow dough that makes almost everything. Zoom. Auntie Sandra made equal dough balls. Roll, stop. Auntie Sandra said Miss Clark was a natural. We were having so much fun. Did you know they use coconut in roly-poly? Roly-roly. But it's roly-poly. Fold press, fold press, fold press. It was long enough to fit the baking sheet. Look how Aunt Sandra cut up that roly-poly. I got to take it to the front. Then we prepared the cinnamon rolls with lots of cinnamon. Auntie Sandra sprinkled the currants. Then we did the Chelsea buns, the same method as before, just a different filling. Or I'll check it twice like a Christmas list. The time we've been waiting for. Time to eat. Oh gosh, on behalf of our Standard 1 class, we want to thank you and your staff for having us today. We love you, Auntie Sandra.
Viewers, welcome back, and as just seen on the video presentation, we saw Mount St. George Methodist School and visit to the bakery. You know, it's always very interesting, Alex, when we see that we're engaging our young people within the community in various ways that they can see how things are made, how things are done, and just pique their interest. You see that joy that is on their face, how their faces light when they get to be a part of experiences, especially with adults. They feel as though they are part of something much bigger than themselves.
I feel they were looking forward to the end, you know.
To get something to eat.
It's always important for children to be introduced to work early. And when they're introduced to work as fun, it creates a different mindset with which they view the world. So I am hoping that this has made a good impression on somebody who may have been considering becoming a baker or an entrepreneur for that matter, so that they view the possibility of actually having fun while you're working. And I think this was an interesting experience. It's one that every child should have, not necessarily to visit a bakery, but to visit a place of work and see work as fun. I mean, of course, I in the position would have really enjoyed this visit, because there was something at the end that, while only one person said it, I'm sure everybody was looking forward to the end of this visit. So I think I would have enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, and I always encourage for, especially within the education system, within these schools, that apart from field trips in terms of the core basis being education, maybe taking them to university to visit a lab to see where they probably mix the chemicals and things of that sort, really exposing them to the everyday activities really opens their eyes and gives them it broadens their horizons in a way that they may not be exposed to in their own homes or within their own communities. And it really helps to shape their minds in a way that they can be constructive and really critical contributors to society.
One of the things that a field trip also does, it kind of brings a practicality to the world of academia, because sometimes what is presented in the classroom to some children may appear abstract. There may not seem to be a connection to the real world. But if you take them somewhere where what is taught in the classroom, trying to make a mess here, boy. If what is taught in the classroom is seen to be applicable in the real world, then it makes it easier to assimilate. Sometimes what happens in the classroom may seem abstract, but I'm sure, of course, that they would have been exposed to some bit of measuring, because you have to do measuring at standard 1. I'm sure they would have been exposed to some measurement and realized, hey, you can actually use measuring outside of the classroom. So it creates a kind of real world perspective for the stuff you do in the classroom. And I think every child at every level, at least all the way through high school, should experience field trips and should experience how the things that are taught in the classroom play out in real life.
And as you mentioned, the whole concept of measuring out the ingredients, it also helps with their dexterity. Because they are at this age where they are still learning how to...
And I'm glad you
their hand-eye coordination.
Let me just do this. Most of them, and I'm blaming you parents for this, the only dexterity they have are in their thumbs. And so when you take them into a place where they use the entire hand and able to do the hand-eye coordination like you want, and develop proper muscle strength and control, they become useful members of the society. So you know that I like that.
It gives a great sense of autonomy in terms of when they do go back home and they have to do their own, maybe they want to make their own tea, they can go into the cupboard comfortably and confidently.
And not knock it over like I was saying.
Exactly. Give them that confidence that they need to feel like, okay, I am able to support myself in a way where it is mommy can be able to allow me to do this on my own, and she trusts me and gives me that sense of autonomy.
And it helps as well home, because now you can get to diversify some of the labor. Because if from an early age your children develop the capacity to manage these tasks, then it means you don't necessarily as a parent have to do everything they can become involved in doing, and so your life too becomes less stressful. So it's a win all around.
It's a win-win. So we want to continue to commend the teachers of the Mount St. George Methodist School to continue embarking upon adventures just like this one, to continue to develop our young minds, our young people into contributing members of society.
And we want to encourage business owners of whatever kind to be open if schools approach you, or probably you can approach a school and invite them to come along and see how they can use what you do to aid in teaching our young people the dignity and the honor of work.
You know, they might actually be surprised that some of these very young people are actually very intrigued by what they are doing and would continuously go back and probably even enter their workforce and contribute very meaningfully.
Entirely possible.
Yeah. So viewers, stay right here. We'll continue right after the break. Remember to share the live,
share the live, share the live.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny bits of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
From the reef to the road, Tobago calling. Sweet vibes, sweet wine, everybody falling. We bring the culture straight to Tobago updates. We keeping it true. Oh gosh, Tobago updates. On the here we go. You're home for October, carnival show. From the big stage shine to the Bible line, we bring Tobago to the world in real time. Tobago updates, Tobago updates. Carnival 2026. We say the pace, 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 pace. Wave your flag. Anywhere you're there, anywhere. Island love chill all around you. Picking lock on for the rhythm start. Tobago updates, Caribbean art, Caribbean art, 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 art.
My name is Carpage. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys track team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the female program. Preparing an athlete is not just running on the track. You have the mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a lot of factors to look into, and we have to try to see how best we can deal with them as best as possible.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Put a smile on your face. Moving from place to place, place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back. We're continuing the conversation with Nkosi Phillips, political leader, Unity of the People, and we're discussing advancing sustainable development. Good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the viewers of Trinidad and Tobago Updates. Good, thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you. The conversation around sustainable development has been for years, yet many citizens feel progress has been slow. In your view, what does it actually mean to advance sustainable development at this point in Trinidad and Tobago's development journey?
Well, we are seeing a total decline in sustainable development on all counts. And we're seeing it not take course. We're seeing things happening to specific persons in society, and we're seeing an economy declining very slowly. I'm seeing it's declining because of politics, because of race, and the persons who are in position doing anything. All right now. I'm declining because we're not seeing the social development, not only sustainable development, but development of the people, development of climate, and development of our economy based on the leaders of our nation.
Now, if you were advising policymakers today, what are the 3 priority areas where Trinidad and Tobago could make the greatest progress over the next 5 years?
So far we look at the agriculture sector, the tourism sector, and our health sector. But I'm kind of lost as to the questions because it doesn't deepen. Is this about the United Nations trip?
Can you repeat that?
Is this about the United Nations trip? Did the question pertain to that?
Well, the topic is about advancing sustainable development. And when we talk about advancing sustainable development, it's across the board in many different ways. But just asking you, based on your opinion and in your view, What are the 3 priorities you believe that we need to start taking charge of here in Trinidad and for there to be the advancement of sustainable development?
I mean, we have to look at youth development. We have to look at the social development people. I've always said it doesn't make sense to develop the economy, build buildings and stuff, and we do not develop people and the social livelihood people. And I think that is one of the need to look at. We also have to look at our tourism sector and our industry sector in terms of not only the industry in terms of gas and oil, not only in terms of the agriculture or the tourism sector, but that evolves into some. And we were missing a lot of so many things that is happening. Our safety and security, our everything. So it doesn't just pinpoint. What we could look at right now is the social development of the people, which is we need to look at the tourism sector and the growth of the economy, whether it's oil and gas or brings to the island of Tobago, holding on, would remove the barriers that are holding back persons from bringing investments to the island. Because when you look at Trinidad and Tobago, the area on Trinidad and Tobago itself, in regard, we have the university, for example, having much or a ban the island of Trinidad and Tobago, training persons from coming by putting up these kind of things. We need to start having those persons who are partnering with us internationally, not to withhold from giving investments in Tobago. So it's a long range of things. At this point in time, you can't pinpoint, say, okay, this is just a no. It's a lot of things. It has to do with skills. It has to do with the type of business and how do we do business internationally. It has to come into play.
Yes, so we're going to shift the comment a bit to including our youth as it relates to advancing sustainable development. Now, young people are often described as the drivers of sustainable development. But what practical opportunities should exist for them, not just to participate, but to innovation and decision making?
Did I hear the question? The lives take a little while.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Sorry.
Okay. Practical opportunities should exist for our young people, not just to participate, but to lead innovation and decision making.
Lord, it has to. There are so many factors that young people, I think you're asking me what we should do in terms of being a part of the sustainable development.
Can you do that?
The question you asked me, you're breaking up plenty. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or anything, but you're breaking up a lot.
So I was just asking, how do you believe that youth can be involved in enhancing sustainable development? What are some of the things that they need to do? Should they be at the table making the policies and being a part of the decision making?
Yes, that is strongly recommended. But even though we have things like the youth parliament, I always say the question is a youth mock parliament that voices can be heard to develop us. But even though in the communities we're not seeing youth develop, we're seeing a handpick of people being chosen. We're seeing NGOs selectively chosen politically motivated. Really, what the youth are supposed to be involved with. So having the youth involved in those decision making, which is supposed to happen because doing policies for youth and there's no youth on the table, or there's no youth literally on the ground that literally knows about the challenges youth face on a day. So I think youth should be strongly a part of decision making, and the ones that literally are on the ground, which are the persons in the NGOs, which are the development of NGOs, those are things that are a factor of having youth being involved.
I want to say thank you so much for sharing that. I wish we had some more time, but unfortunately we have run out of time. But we hope to continue conversations as it relates to advancing sustainable development here on the island of Tobago and by large Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. Viewers, stay right here. Up next, we have Marker. He's going to be here to give us all of our World Cup updates and just give on his view of it here on a Friday. Stay right here. We'll be right back after the break. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Lid, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the fine aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Tobago updates, we keeping it true. Oh gosh, Tobago updates on the screen. Here we go. You're home for October, can't even show me big stage shine to the rapid roll line. We bring Tobago to the world in real time. Tobago updates, Tobago updates. Carnival 2026, we set the pace. Wave your flag anywhere you're there. Island love trimming all around you. Clicking lock on for the rhythm start. Tobago updates, Caribbean art, Caribbean art.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
And I have never, ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday and talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I pop the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops. Boom, bread. Boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tart, and boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let we hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock, we only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's red. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT. I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located right on Nightingale Avenue, right before racetrack if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Check out the menu there one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi viewers, welcome back, and thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. We are here, it's Friday, July 3rd. It's already past half of the year. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yes, I'm a Christmas guy, I like Christmas. But of course, around the world, in fact, not around the world, but in Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America, there's a World Cup happening, and you guys, I nearly didn't make it this morning, you know. I nearly didn't make it this morning. I could have been to the hospital last night, given that game, Portugal taking on Croatia. Two European giants. A battle, I think one of the best battles of the round of 32 thus far. And as per usual, I have Nigel D'Souza, top coach in the studio with me this morning, for us to kind of break down the run of 32 so far and just talk about what's to come, because for some, this is where the World Cup starts. Nigel.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Tobago, country and Tobago and the world. Yeah, the round 32, round 16 is the football. Now we see who has the bottle, and it's the composure.
It's actually the first time they're having a round of 32. I'm actually in this match number 4 for teams, because they have 3 matches in group.
Yeah.
I call it this match number 4, and we are now getting into the round of 16 come next week. We're gonna in fact, we are separating, you know, the minnows from the big in that sense. But I mean, let's start off with that match, because I mean, I told you before I'm supporting Portugal.
Definitely.
And but I wanted to start off at that point in terms of that match we saw last night, Portugal on Croatia. Was that the biggest matchup of the round of 32, or is that the matchup of the round of 32 for in your?
It definitely was one of the top ones. Portugal, Croatia is two of the top teams. I thought Senegal and Belgium game was a good game as well.
Right.
Despite Senegal giving it away, but I thought the game was a good game as well. But yeah, the Croatia, Portugal, just because standing,
and not only because of standings, you know, I mean the players of both teams and in the history of Croatia. I think Croatia got to the final in 2018 against France, I believe.
Correct.
And then they got to 3rd place, I believe.
In 98 with Davosuka.
Yeah, so the history when it comes to World Cup, Croatia up there, sorry, Ronaldo and Portugal still looking to get beyond quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And when I watch all the matchups in the round of 32, I think this match had all the making of an exciting showdown. It didn't start off like that in the first half, where Portugal dominated possession, but they had nothing to show for it. And then in the second half, something clicked for Croatia. But I mean, off air, you were telling me that that's the nature of Croatia.
Yeah, definitely. Croatia is known for being conservative early on. They try to control the game by possession, and even out of possession, they control the game well in terms of where they want the team start attack them. And then second half, as they get into the game and the midfield start to dominate and pass the ball, then you see they start to counter attack better. They start to play through the lines better, and they created a number of chances against Portugal, especially on the counter attack.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. At one point in time, especially in the second half, I thought they would have gone on to win the game in regulation time, given the amount of chances they got. Diego Costa pulled up some big saves.
Definitely.
But it came down to what we call by a sweat by a sweat or by eyebrow, Niger, because Portugal leading by 2-1. 10 minutes added on, 10 minutes stoppage time. We saw, I mean, those who supporting Portugal, we saw 10 minutes elapsed, then 11 minutes. What's going on here? And then like the players from Portugal stopped playing and then boom, cross ball in the box. And we all thought it would have been 2-2. And then no, VAR intervened. Your thoughts on that moment?
Definitely by the skin of your teeth for Portugal. But I think if you look at the games so far, and this was one of them, game management coming down to the end.
We're gonna get to that.
We're
gonna get to that.
You have seen teams struggle to manage games and close out games in the last 10 minutes of games. A number of teams have been leading and come back and they're conceding the 83rd and the 5th. Yes. So we have seen game management from a lot of teams that they're struggling to finish games, and Portugal was one of them last night. Yeah. And once you don't have everybody working for the team, some people walking due to tiredness or whatever, but at this point you can't be tired. You need to put in that work.
And as a neutral, because your team not in the World Cup, which is Italy, as a neutral, because I've already seen the conversation where, well, FIFA making this for Ronaldo to win. That offside was an offside.
Yes.
It was an offside.
Because remember, before the World Cup start, FIFA already said
they put chips in the ball.
To help with offside, to help with as the ball kicks, milliseconds of information.
Yeah.
So it was a touch on the ball. It's our offside. We don't argue. Let's not argue that.
And it's like meter in cricket.
Correct.
If it is that there's a spike, because that means they play the ball. Because even last night I saw they put that's what they knew that the ball was hit by the player.
Yes, correct.
Let's go forward a bit with the penalty. Because they also said that wasn't a penalty.
Well, a man grab a man
in the box
and
hugging
him
down.
That's not penalty.
That's the rugby. It's not rugby.
Persons will argue things and it doesn't suit them.
Yeah.
But let's be real. It's a penalty.
It was a penalty.
There's no argument that. Yes,
fantastic. So Portugal up against Spain, round of 16. How do you see that one going?
Fascinating fixture. As an off camera, Spain will play their football. Does Portugal adjust? How do they adjust?
What's Spain's football?
Love possession, but they have a verticality to them now outside of the possession because the wingers, they could go direct as well and just go to the wing and go 1v1. Yeah. So I think they will use that, but the battle in the midfield is going to be, for me, I think, important. And who controls transition the best? Who deals with that, they will win the game.
How can Portugal get past them? Because Port Spain, they are yet to concede in the World Cup, I think, along with Mexico. So that should add for some of confidence for the goalkeeper and their back line. How can Portugal get beyond the man and beyond the goalkeeper?
I think Martinez have to ask Ronaldo not to stay and play between the two centre-backs because they need a focal point. I think sometimes he is doing a little bit too much. He still wants to be the 25-year-old Ronaldo, and he's not 41. So I think you have to use him in that way. Play off the last man, play between the two centre-backs, play off at the back of the jersey, and let us put the ball in the box. If they don't put the ball in the box, then they could argue the wingers. But if he's not in the box, then there's nobody.
And I have to
stay up there and play.
And I have to agree with you there now, because I watched that Norway game where Haaland, and I checked it. Based on my calculation, Haaland touched that ball about 15 times in the entire, but one of those touches contributed to a goal. And he stayed exactly as you there, close to the 18-yard box, and the fellas in the midland wingers delivering to him. And once he gets a head on it or two on it, he's going to finish. Similar to what Harry Kane did for England.
Yeah, just Ronaldo. We know his records. We know the stature of him. I also think at this point in time, you also have to change the game to suit what the team needs. And it's not like you don't have quality midfielders who can get to the ball. So stay around the box. Let the midfielders run around and do what they do. They like to possess it, but they also like to play forward. If you're not in the forward position, they can't play forward to you.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see how it goes.
And I want to get back to that point you mentioned about game management. Now, 9 out of 10 African nations got into the round of 16, or round of 32, sorry. And so far, 1 into the round of 16. And all those nations, they scored first. They scored first in their games, and then that's it. And then the biggest of them, Senegal, leading 2-0, 85th minute, and ended up losing the game 3-2. You mentioned player management, game management. I mean, let's go a bit more in depth in terms of game management. You are a coach, you are leading a World Cup game. What has contributed to all those teams who would have scored first, not want to win the game?
And a couple of things. Now, there's a saying in football: if I lead in and I take off an attack and bring on a defender, what does that tell my?
I'm going to sit low. I'm going to sit low.
And
Yes,
defend, right?
yes.
Automatically, the message to your team is drop off, defend.
Low block.
Low block.
Yeah.
That, in times, is negative.
Right.
Because...
But is it negative or strategic? I mean...
Okay, so I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
If I was playing with 2 strikers, and I decide, look, all the time I'll defend with 4 defenders, and I take for attacker, bring on a 3rd defender, and put him in the back like 5. Now, the team is attacking. The 2 centre-backs was being defended all the time.
Right, I have work to do.
So now, I have 1 attacker trying to defend two defenders. 1 defender is going to be free. He drive the ball, somebody had to leave the space, somebody had to leave the space. That is 1. 2, the myth on African teams over the years have been the ability to control the tempo game when it needs to slow down.
Right.
I thought Senegal never slowed down the game. They were still playing like they're chasing the game. Now is the time you need your midfielders. So that's, give me the ball, I'll take it, drop it off, give me it back, move it from side to side, get forward. They're still playing.
That's
You're leading 2-0.
Leading 2-0, come back to the same thing too.
And there's a number of teams, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're still playing, you're leading.
Right.
So always
control possession.
but control it in the opponent half of the field.
Right.
And that is what the Africans have been able to do. So they have been struggling, they have struggled with that. And that is years of history. It tells you that. And I think they play into that a little bit too sometimes. They're not confident. Outside of Morocco, the other African teams are afraid to keep possession of the ball. Morocco, I love to see them play.
So we have Cape Verde, we have Ghana, and Egypt.
Yeah,
Egypt, the 3 other Africans remaining. Any of those 3 you think can join more among the 16? So we have Ghana playing against Colombia. That's going to be a really tricky one.
That's a good game.
That's later on today at 9:30. Then we have Australia taking on Egypt. How do you see that one going?
I like Egypt.
You like Egypt?
Egypt should come out that game.
Yes, Mo Salah and
them,
yeah?
I think they should win that game. The Ghana-Colombia game is a toss-up. Because I think the tempo Colombia does play at, we'll see if Ghana match it. But Ghana also a pace and power on the counter-attack. So the finishing haven't been good in this World Cup. Let's see if they could click in this game tonight.
And then Cape Verde. I think this is the end of the way for them. They have extended their time too long.
I know a lot of who would love to see Cape Verde knock out Argentina. Yeah. I just see it. Listen to me. They have done well. I think this is the first World Cup.
Yes.
So they definitely have done well. And I'll see. I think they'll put up a fight. But individual quality.
And this is
the individual quality.
Individual
quality.
And if it is that they sit low and they're able to soak up and of course isolate Lionel Messi and the attacking from Argentina, you don't think that
you can't do that for
90 minutes?
You can't do it for 90 minutes. I know a lot of people feel they can do it for 90 minutes. I know they did it against Spain, but Spain, at that first game, Spain wasn't in rhythm. And you could have see Spain missing that focal point a little bit. And if you realize they changed the striker and Yamal wasn't playing, I was playing now instead of Ferran Torres. Yamal didn't play that first game, so he came on. But Spain now, you see the picking up. So Argentina in a good rhythm.
Can't see that playing.
And can't see that.
So you are Cape Verde's coach. And the players right now, you are satisfied with getting to the round of 32, or are you going to come out today to get into the round of 16?
You come out to play.
You come out to play.
Listen to me. At the end of the day, football plays on the day. Football doesn't play on paper, so you come out there and give your effort. I just think Argentina individual quality will tell at the end because, and I remember I telling this in the early part of when we had the first conversation, the depth of teams, the quality of bring off the bench is going to be very important. And you've seen how some persons using the bench, bring them back in games. Belgium, bring Lukaku off the bench. Turn it, big call point, could hold it up, the plate into him, he drop it off. So, I just think if they have a bench. Because when it reaches 60, 70 minutes, no, Argentina bringing off Junior Alvarez off the bench. That's a world-class player. So now you're going against defenders who tired, and our coach don't have four defenders to change.
So, and let's also talk about the conversation where Argentina, world champions, the champions at that as well, and they would have had a group with Algeria, Austria, Jordan. I know they are playing Cape Verde, and then should they be successful here, they are playing the winner between Australia and Egypt. That's about the line or the progression of Argentina. Some have said that they have had the easiest of all the big teams because at the other side of the draw with France and Portugal and Spain. I mean, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, the reality is they have had it easy. Nobody could deny that they have played some of the weaker teams, and their side of the bracket is favorable. Yeah. If they don't get to the finals, it'll be a failure.
It'll be a failure
because the side of the bracket outside. If I think they reach semis, they might get England.
Yes, England.
If England progress past Mexico and them, but outside of that, they haven't played any of the top teams. So look. People could,
but is that dangerous, or is that good for Argentina? Obviously being defending champions, that they haven't had a test yet before you get into the quarterfinal or semi-final. You would wanted that hard test.
If it was a young team, yes.
Right.
Argentina had ample tested.
Yes.
So for them, the wear and tear or the less of the wear and tear is better for them. But again, the side of the draw favors me just because age, nutrition, they could balance that thing. If they need to step up, they could step up. So it's not a problem. If it was a young team who haven't been here before, you could say, look, the experience you need to get it, but not for Messi and the Argentina team. That team well seasoned.
Round of 30 matches so far. Any surprises for you? Any surprises in terms of who would have qualified for the round of 16?
No.
Yeah.
No, to be honest.
Yeah.
Outside of Senegal throwing it away, I don't think anybody else. Because I told you, Germany and Holland.
And what about that Morocco versus Netherlands match? That's a surprise to you? Or
no.
You surprised?
I told you last week.
Yes, Morocco.
I told you. Holland or Shikers. You feel it was a joke. but I told you Holland. Yeah. This must be the worst Holland attack.
Yes.
Not taking the players they have.
Yeah. But you did.
I tell you, Holland wasn't one of the teams I thought could go anyway. I told you Morocco was the better team.
Yes, so Morocco got you there, and then we had the Germans. We had the Germans making their exit. No surprises there either.
They have no strikers. They have strikers. And the defense, I told you, the Germany defense is weak as well. So I was surprised that they lost either. That was really shocking.
Now the conversation is, just give France a trophy. Do you subscribe to that as well?
Are they the favourites? Yes. But nobody's going to give them the trophy. But listen to me, it's going to take, I think, two things with France.
Yeah.
One, they lost last World Cup.
Yeah.
And they should have won it.
Yeah.
Right?
Should have won it, yeah.
They should have won it.
Thanks to Martinez.
Good.
Yeah.
So they're hungry for it. So I don't think you'll see France being complacent. But then two, and something that happened with, unfortunately, the Deschamps pass.
Yes.
Those little things could bring our team together. I think the focus in this France team everybody look really focused.
Yeah.
You might have one or two egos, but them fellas that put the ego to the side, a bigger picture. So if France plays up to their standard, they should win the World Cup. But at the end of the day, football.
This is football.
This is football.
But
on the day, anything could happen.
But they are the overwhelming
they are the favorites.
Yeah?
They are the favorites.
Belgium, Senegal. That was basically, I think, the match of, outside of last night's match. I think this match, Belgium versus Senegal. A lot of persons got emotional, obviously supporting the African nation and leading by 2 goals. And then Belgium coming back to win the game 3-2. And in that game, I saw a coach. And I think I mentioned it in a chat where the coach influenced the match because he took off Jeremy Doku and he took off Kevin De Bruyne. Those are game players. I mean, De Bruyne probably gone past his best in terms of his pace and stuff, but Doku is in Manchester City. And to make that change at that time, I think he made it in the 56 minutes or somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. And then the guys he brought on made it. How big a move was that?
Look, listen to me. When in the hot seat, you make decisions that at times unpopular. I've made some of those decisions, but at the end of the day, you see in the game, you maybe was asking for something and not getting it. You're seeing something that the opposition is doing that you feel, look, these players currently can't change or do what I need them to do to exploit this. And they make the changes that is necessary. No, look, football is like this. If it doesn't work, we can coach. If it works, he's a genius.
He's a genius. I like
with the responsibility to be a head coach, that comes with
it. Three host names, the co-hosts. They are in the knockout rounds: Mexico, Canada, USA. End of the road for them at the round of 16?
Unfortunately. I think USA, Belgium, USA losing, Balgoin is a really big. I think that could be been the focal point. I don't know if they have a next striker. If they had him I think they could beat Belgium because Belgium hasn't been impressive at all.
Yeah.
Morocco to beat Canada.
Morocco to beat Canada?
Yeah.
All right.
And Canada did well.
They did well.
They did well, but I think there's the end road for them.
Paraguay versus France.
France.
No, well, I mean, France. You mentioned that Germany, didn't have a striker, so Paraguay would have done what they had to do in that game. They went on the low block, and they did what they have to do and came out victoriously. In terms of Sunday's matches, Brazil versus Norway, Holland versus Vinny. Give me a out of that one. I mean,
this game, I say in Brazil.
Yeah.
But if Norway wins, don't be surprised.
All right, but it's 50-50.
Because I think Norway's midfield is going to give Brazil a tough time, and then you have the goal scorer on top. He need 2 chances. He'll put one in the back.
Very right. You're very right.
So for Brazil, if Brazil does not start the game with the level of intensity that they need to, Norway could win this game. But I'm going with Brazil's history and the quality of the players they have, and they could bring off the bench. But they need to start the game quick. Because if they don't, I think Norway could. Norway could steal it. Yeah.
England versus Mexico.
Listen to me. England is a bigger team. Yes.
England bigger team Mexico, by history.
By history. Let's be real. England is a bigger team. Mexico in the Azteca is a tough game for anybody.
You stick up in right there. How does that Mexico play all the group games at that venue? Round up to the 2. I know they're going to round up 16 matches there too.
Well, they finished on top of the group. That's one.
So that was part of the criteria.
That was always the winners always staying in that seat.
You think that's fair?
Marcus, we talk about marketing.
Man,
listen to me. You're going to take Mexico. If Mexico finish second, they wouldn't be playing in Mexico.
Is that the only stadium in Mexico they can play at?
No. They played in Azteca and Monterrey.
Oh right, okay.
But they close off Monterrey. This is, I think, the last game in Azteca.
Okay.
After that, they move into, I think, it's New York or something like that. So this could be the last game in Mexico for that stadium. So
chances that they can stay one time.
Chances that they can stay home. Now, the better odds is England.
Is England,
just history, the quality of the players, the world-class players. They have top players.
But not to recent form.
But I like Mexico. Listen to me. It will be a big upset. Now, I think Mexico have to tweak a little bit because the teams they have played, they have been able to be on top of them. England had the running power to get past the midfield and get in the final third. And if they open up themselves a little bit, the England could punish them. But it will be. I think this game. I think this could be one of the better games.
You call it for me. Call it for me. Call it for me. And don't go. Don't go.
I would emotionally Mexico. Head England.
Okay. I think the world, especially people that want to say England there.
They will want because they want England,
Hurricane,
Argentina. The bracket could reach England, Argentina in the semi-final.
Well, I don't think it's coming home though. I'm going to Mexico.
I don't think so.
I'm going to Mexico that game. Even though I don't like them when they play against Trinidad and Tobago in CONCACAF, but I think based on what I've Mexico, I like their brand of football. I like to see fast-paced football and always look to score. You see what Portugal doing? It's hurting me. It is hurting me. I'm telling you.
100 passes.
This side and back.
100 passes.
This is not 1980s and 1990s. You know. This is. We on what? We on steroids. We on steroids. This is what I want to see. Play fast. France is doing it, and that is why they are there.
Yeah, but France forwards are different. Portugal forwards.
Play fast and burn out, and then we get change here.
That's one way to look at it.
Yes. So I mean, I like your predictions there. And before we go, let's look at today's matches in terms of we briefly discussed it already. Australia, Egypt. That match that's at 2 p.m. today.
Egypt 2-0.
Yeah. Mo Salah amongst us.
Maybe we'll see. But Egypt 2-0.
There's a young guy up front for Australia. I'm not sure if you heard of his story. I think he's a refugee.
Yeah.
Young fat, 20 years of age, I believe. You don't see him having packed any match yet.
I mean, look, he's going to play. He's going to be a threat.
Yeah.
But I just think Egypt have more talent.
Yeah. Australia stick to Ashes and cricket.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Argentina, Cape Verde? But I can tell you who I'm supporting, and that's because emotions there. Yeah. Let's go Cape Verde one time. Yeah, one time.
3-0.
Messi to score a hat-trick again.
I wouldn't think he's going to check, but he'll score. It's good. He'll score.
The final game on today at 9:30. This one is going to be a nice lively one by a bar. Colombia versus Ghana.
1-1 full time.
Yeah.
And just because I want an African team to do well, 2-1. 2-1 in extra time to Ghana.
Yeah.
Just because.
I'm not going to ask you your final four because we're going to have you again next week for sure. Right?
No problem.
Because come next week at the round of 16, I think anything can happen. Let's go Portugal. And let's go Cape Verde today. Let's win them of Argentina. I thought Brazil had the most supporters here, but apparently them who supporting Argentina, they are ridiculous.
Messi fans,
they are ridiculous. Nigel, again, wonderful conversation. Looking forward to round of 16. Today is the final day, of course, of the round of 32, and already expanded World Cup. It's great to see that probably is a success because from the time the 19th comes, July 19th and the end of the World Cup, it's going to be Tabanca. Yeah. And I know Infantino, they are aiming to push it from 48 to at least 68 teams. And I'm not sure how's that going to work. But for me, as a fan, as an armchair critic, I want to see more football and I want to see more nations being involved. And I'm loving the story of Cape Verde because before today, I'm sure a lot of persons didn't even know that I have a nation, Cape Verde, playing football.
Correct.
And they are now the darlings of the World Cup. And if it is that they can somehow pull off an unlikely win today, who knows? Who knows? It could be a last year winning the EPL.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But you made a point about FIFA push. I don't think it needs to go more.
I don't think okay.
I think, look, changes. We started the World Cup with, I think it was 12 teams.
Yeah.
At one point, it went up to 16, and it went to 24, and then it went to 2. I think this number. This number is a good number
because it's a world stage, right?
Yeah.
You go to your qualifiers, and once it gets here,
you don't want to dilute the product. And everybody could get it.
You don't want to give Messi goal and boot here. Yeah.
He won't. He not getting this. I think Mbappe getting it.
Of course, it depends on who goes deeper, right?
Correct.
Depends on who goes deeper. Nigel, once again, thank you so much for being here this morning. Always good to hear your thoughts. And Italy not here, so your thoughts are independent. Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Viewers, thank you so much for being here this morning. I want to wish all the C students who got their first choice last evening. I'm seeing some messages. I'm seeing the congratulatory posts on stuff. Sorry, and go out there and do your best. Whether you didn't get your first choice or not, you are fortunate to be getting a secondary school education. Yes, I know it's disappointing that you didn't get probably to go to Scarborough or the Bishops or the Compre as your first choice, but congratulations to all the parents who put in all the hard work. And I'm seeing also all the graduation pics as well. You guys have been looking really, really well. Congratulations, and looking forward to seeing you again next term in September. Guys, at the end of this sport programming, coming after the break, we have Natalie with Good Morning Tobago. Guys, be safe on the roads, enjoy football, and support Portugal. Yes? Have a wonderful weekend.
The Andrews family is actually very well known for having bearded gentlemen. So this is like a legacy that I'm continuing on behalf of my grandfather, my uncles, my dad, etc. Right? So of course I cut the beard, joined the bank, and when I became permanent, I grew it back. And I remember my manager said to me, I've never seen a gentleman incorporate with a beard. And the beard gets very dry in the AC. And that was my motivation to start my business. I said, you know what, I'm going to start a business and prove that, that's kind of like discrimination basically, right? And that bearded gentleman we deserve a seat at the table. So that's why I coined the phrase stay bossed up, because we are bosses all around. I think everybody knows that I have a passion for marketing, all right? And this is a form of marketing. And it's also a part of the corporate social responsibility, you giving back to the community as well. So it is a double-edged sword. I decided to jump on the bandwagon because of that.
Even though I am responsible for right across the road, all of my constituents are going to benefit from the refurbishment of this bus shed. And all of Tobago. And they would see that it is important for young people to have creative and innovative minds. And they can see a legacy, because today is not about a bus shed. Today is not about the concrete and the boards and so forth. But today is about continuing the legacy of a young man who had a vision here in Tobago.
This is not only a bus shed, but it shows his level of PR, promotion and marketing, and also corporate social responsibility. Because in Tobago, we are lifting the standards for simple things like bus sheds.
I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
The bus shed also includes a bus schedule for commuters. That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Somebody get full roll with the telephone.
As a private citizen, I often wondered what services the public service provides, and how can I benefit, how can my family benefit, what is available for us to use. So I think today is a good day where products and services can be displayed, there's interaction with citizens, ministries and departments across the government are providing and demonstrating what they do and how they could better the lives of our people. So the greatest value add is to see how we can better the lives of our citizens. So I want to say thank you for Tobago coming and supporting and really representing. I think you'll have the best room in the house, as they say. But people can really see what the public service has to offer. We're speaking about products, services, and of course the friendly public servant. Today is a day to commemorate their work, their hard work, their patriotism, and we celebrate today together with many nations across the world.
Patrons who stopped by the Tobago House of Assembly's Public Service Week Expo also shared their experience.
I learned so many things that I didn't know before about the island. I learned that there are two villages that have both beach and waterfall, Castara and Palatubie, so I will not forget that. And I also learned about the Tobago Heritage Festival, so it was really, really informative.
I learned a lot of things that I never knew about that you all offer in the Tobago House of Assembly, especially the Festival Commission Limited. It was very, very knowledgeable.
I get to learn about historical and cultural stuff in Tobago, and I haven't been to Tobago since I was about 10 years old, so I find it's very informative.
Besides being informative, I like the fact that you all bring out, something that represents Tobago itself. It was really, really nice.
We learned about Tobago Carnival, right? Carnival would have answered most of the questions, but we also learned about what we're not supposed to do in the rainforest, right? Which is cut down any trees, kill any wildlife, or build anything that wasn't there before.
It was very informative, probably more than we actually expected. It was really, really nice.
I was taken aback by the amount of things being displayed. I also found myself in a moment of reflection where I said to myself, I should have taken my history a bit more serious. And as I'm here today, I'm urging more young people in this nation to come and appreciate what we have here, because it's a lot. It's like gold.
Take one for the team.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Tobago here at Tobago Updates. And yes, viewers, you're not seeing Natalie at the moment. She's a bit under the weather, so Natalie, wherever you are, I really hope that you recover as quickly as possible so we could see your beautiful face here on screen next week. Now, my name is Luke James Stream, pleased to be your host for this morning's conversations. Now, viewers, before we get into all the fun parts and all the excitement, I have to give you the news in 90 seconds. In a major institutional shakeup, Police Commissioner Alista Guerrero has abruptly revoked the appointments of 17 police officers. This was announced in a public notice issued yesterday. Though no official reasons were disclosed, records show that at least 5 of the fired officers had previous links to criminal investigations, disciplinary infractions, or court matters, including prior charges for conspiracy to defraud and misbehavior in public office. Concurrently, the TTPS has launched an official recruitment drive via Employ TT for new constables, which closes on July 10th. For domestic commuters, Caribbean Airlines has announced that customers will soon be able to use their local debit and Links card to pay for inter-island flights in Trinidad and Tobago dollars across all CAL's digital payment platforms. They confirmed the secure payment upgrade will be available on its website and mobile app, making it easier for citizens to book inter-island flights. And finally, Tobago's world-famous gastronomic heritage is getting a professional boost. A cohort of Storby crab and dumpling vendors have successfully graduated from a specialized culinary retraining program with Chef Arthur Patrick at the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute. Spearheaded by the Pigeon Point Heritage Park Board of Directors, the training equipped local food operators with refined techniques and industry best practices to elevate the island's signature dish, ensuring top-tier authentic experiences for visiting tourists and residents alike. Tune in for the full newscast at 6:30 p.m. Now, viewers, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and Our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
My name is Karpish. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys track and field team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the girls female program. Preparing an athlete is not just swimming on the track. You have the mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a lot of factors that we have to look into, and we have to check how best we can deal with them as best as possible.
Be doing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
From the reef to the road. From the reef to the road. From the reef to the road. Tobago calling. Sweet vibes, sweet wine, everybody falling. We bring the culture straight to you. Tobago updates, we keeping it true. Oh gosh. Tobago updates. On the screen we go. You're for October, can't even show. From the big station to the whole line. We bring Tobago to the world in real time. Tobago updates. Tobago updates. Carnival 2026. We said the pace. Wave your flag. Anywhere you're there. Island love criminal around you. Big thing lock on the rhythm start. Tobago updates. Caribbean heart. Caribbean heart.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because the financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Hey, don't scream in a bank. That have lockup in.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. All your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, have so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer help from registering your business to filing your tax. Oh! My lunch is over. Oh!
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, I don't get one sooner.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationship, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in Caribbean, committed to you.
And I have never, ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday and talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I popped the question where you had to eat day. And boom, coconut drops. Boom, bread. Boom, garlic bread. Boom, hops. Boom, coconut tart. Boom, jam tart. And boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let we hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, it was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays. Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock. We only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT, I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located on Bukuru, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Race Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out the menu they one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338,
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thank you. Must start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624 333.
No, child, your number, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial recap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and account services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the property.
Pitts, the founder of Tabitha's Home for Women and Children, joins us in the studio this morning. Miss, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I want to thank you for taking out this morning to just have a conversation with us. Now, it's my understanding that you are raising awareness through a 3K virtual walk and run. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, we are very concerned with what we are seeing happening in our Twin Island state, and especially what's happening in Tobago as it pertains to women and children. So it is already part of Tabitha's Home's mission to restore, empower, and transform the lives of women and children who've been exploited in any form. So we really wanted to raise a cry, a clarion cry that this is not okay. That as the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we need to stand together to say that we are not going to continue to allow the deaths that we're seeing in the media. You know, children going missing, women dying at the hands of partners, right, who are supposed to cherish and care for them. So we are having a virtual 3K run walk. Virtual means that you still have to run or walk. Now, we have some folks who think that means I don't have to do anything. But what it does mean is that you get to do it when you want, at least within the week period, which is July 20th to August 1st, but get to do it wherever you want. So you can do it on your treadmill at home. You can do it at the beach. You can do it at a park. You can do it by yourself. You can get together with a group. All we ask is that you register with us, of course, and then we will send you the link for the app that will track your time. So you will do a 3K, right? And then post your pictures. Post your pictures so we can see you doing your run walk.
Lovely, Miss Pitt. And, you know, for anyone who has been paying attention to the climate we are in here in Trinidad and Tobago, especially in Tobago, we would have observed, you know, the tragedy with baby Angelo and just recently the murder of Miss Nisha Roberts. So it's really important that, you know, we raise awareness to what's going on in the island. And I just want you to talk to me a bit about Tabitha's Home for Women and Children. What are some of the services you will offer?
Well, Tabitha's Home, we are a transitional home in Mount Pleasant, Tobago. Tabitha's Home for Women and Children. We're a faith-based non-profit organization. And as I said before, our tagline is to restore, empower, and transform. So the way we do that is by providing a safe space, first of all, where women can rebuild their lives after abuse and exploitation. So we have a home with self-contained units where a woman and her children can come and spend up to a year, if need be, recoup and to recover and to rebuild her life. So that's the main service we offer. Along with the transitional home, we offer counseling, individual counseling. We offer group counseling, which we find to be very effective, peer-to-peer, one-on-one interaction amongst the women themselves. We offer a children's program for the children. You see, sometimes we exclude the children, right, because they are witnesses of the trauma, sometimes directly or indirectly. So we have counseling for children as well, in addition to a kids club program that we offer on Saturday mornings, where we teach, you know, character development, life skills, etc. We also provide groceries for women. The third week of every month, we provide grocery hampers. We provide clothing for the women and their children. So there's a lot of services. We try to help with job location, resume creation. We provide, if you need the clothes to go for the interview, we try to be as holistic as we can in helping women rebuild their lives after trauma.
Okay, lovely, Miss Pitt. And I also understand that you will have something cooking for the kids also.
Yes, yes.
Tell me more about that.
So this is the favorite part of the job that I do. I love working with the children. So we have a kids club program for children 5 to 15. We meet every Saturday from 11 to about 2 o'clock. And we do lots of different activities. We do gardening, we do sports, we do music, we get them in the kitchen, do some cooking and baking. We do field trips, of course, and Bible lessons, character development, teach them about God. We really, really enjoy working with our children. So what we're asking right now is for folks to come alongside us and help. Yes, we have about 20 to 24 children, and we are growing every week. The children are bringing others, which is wonderful. So we're asking folks to support us in that endeavor. We're saying that if we have partners that will give $100 a month, not a whole lot. Yes, that month, that $100 will provide meals for them, because we of course feed them when they come. It will provide transportation for them to get to Tabitha's Home. It will provide the materials for arts and crafts. It will also pay for field trips. So we're packing a whole lot into that $100 a month. So we're saying reach out to us. And if you can do it monthly, if you can do it quarterly, even if you can do it annually, we would be happy to accept any support. We're also saying if you want to come volunteer with us, we would be happy to have you come and be a part.
Okay, lovely, Miss Pitt. Now, for those who would like to reach out to you, how can they get on to you?
Well, I will give you 2 phone numbers. The first number is 334-7763. also 357-9072. All right, so I'll say those again, 334-7763 and 357-9072. Of course, we're also on social media, tabithshome.tt, so you can go online and see us on Facebook, on Instagram. We also have a website, tabithas-home, tabithas-home.org, and you can get more information there.
Excellent. So, Ms. Pitt, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. I look forward to see how this 3K is going to unfold. This virtual 3K is going to unfold.
Yes.
And I just wish you all the best in your future endeavors, viewers. So that was Ms. Pitt talk all things 3K and how we can support our children here on the island. So we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
My name is Carpage. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys track and field team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the girls female program. Preparing an athlete is not just swimming on the track. You have the mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a lot of factors that we have to look into, and we have to try to see how best we can deal with them as best as possible.
Reviewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Hey, don't scream in a bank. That have lock up in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. All your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer help in from starting your business to filing your tax. My lunch is over.
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, don't get one sooner.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you. with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Justin Stewart, co-founder of the Youth Building Blocks Conference, joins us in studio this morning. Mr. Stewart, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm great.
So I want you to talk to me about this Building Blocks Youth Conference for this year. I understand that it's a conference that has been happening for a while, and this year seems to be the big one, the one that's going to be a big bang. Talk to me about that.
Right. Well, the Building Blocks Youth Business Conference in particular, this is the first time that we're doing this particular thing.
Okay.
But the person that really spearheads the whole, I like to say she runs an organization, that's Olivia Chadban, right? She owns the brand Women in Business, and they usually do a pop-up shop in Roxborough, right? But she does a couple other events under that as well.
Lovely.
And this is the latest addition to that brand, right? So she partnered with me to execute the event, and both of us are from Delaford, so that's why we're hosting it there.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So why a youth business conference? Because there are so many areas that you all could have touched on, but you chose the youth and business. Why is that?
Yeah, well, I think a common passion that we share is business. Right? We love business, but there are a lot of business people in Tobago, a lot of young enterprising people that lack guidance. They have amazing ideas, but they lack guidance. So what we wanted to do was to create a space for them to network, to learn, to expand their knowledge pools on different areas of business, right? So that's why we really wanted to do this particular event.
So when can we expect to see this event rolling out? And also for young people who may want to attend this event, what does the registration look like?
Well, the registration cost is $350, right? And in terms of registration, you'll have to contact us for us to send you the link.
Okay.
The number to contact us at is 328-2989. I can't remember Olivia's number off head right now, but maybe you guys could share it later on. So that's how you register for the event. We give you a link, you sign up, and you're able to attend that way.
So for somebody like yourself who is from Delaford, when you look into your community, especially the youth and their potential, what do you see?
The youth and their potential. Listen, Delaford country in general is filled with gems, right? And untapped gems, I call them, right? Because we have a lot of people who, again, have business ideas. They could really take the world by storm. They could compete on a nationwide level, on a regional level, even an international level, if given the proper guidance, the proper mentorship, which is why, again, an event like this is important. As a matter of fact, I think it's the first of its kind in the country area for sure. Right? So it would be good for them to have a space where they connect with persons in the same industry as them, but also learn from people who have been able to build business in Tobago, right? Given all the back and forth, the complications, the challenges that may come with building a business here on a small island, right? But the people of Delaware country, although we are small and we are from a small island, we have first world minds, right? First world thinking, right? And I think that having a community of first world people, it's an advantage in our field.
Okay, lovely. And Mr. Stewart, I want you to take me behind the scenes of what life is like for a young person owning a business or operating a business. Reason I'm asking is that, we still have this societal standard where you have to go to school and get X amount of subjects and work in a government office until you die. But now we are seeing that there are the young people who are shying away from that. There are even those who are doing both. So yes, they have the academics, but they are also delving into business. But what does that look like for a young person operating and managing a business?
Yeah, I think it's challenging because, we are creatures of habit, right? So I think it's challenging to break out of that box that society kind of wants to confine us to. But I think that this generation in particular, they are a resilient generation. They are ready to challenge the status quo. I think me being a young business owner as well, when I started because I saw a need, but I also didn't want to be confined to the 9 to 5. It just wasn't for me, right? It may work for some persons, but it is difficult when your passion, you have a passion for something and you're unable to express that. This generation has no shortage of confidence or ability to express that. And again, I think going back to the event, this is one of the reasons I encourage young persons to be here, because it gives them that opportunity to learn and grow in that space. So it's difficult, but this generation is something.
Okay, great. And I'd not to let the cat out the bag too much, because anybody who's been paying attention to the marketing of this event, we would have seen, business owners such as, the owner of Beard Boss. We even see that Quincy Trim would be there. What can we expect to see at this youth conference?
So at this youth conference, we will be giving persons again a space to network. I keep saying on network because I think community is important. And again, although persons have a lot of ideas, they don't have the community to share resources, right? Be it physical or knowledge. So I think one thing that they are going to get is a wealth of knowledge from experienced persons, again, who are able to build successful businesses right on the island here. Right, so they are going to get a chance to interact with those persons. They are going to get a chance to really, as the young people say now, in real time or in real life, right? They're going to be able to understand what it is like, what it requires to build a business in Tobago. Apart from that, they're going to be able to interact with persons around their age group as well, right? Persons who may be facing challenges that they have the answers to, right? So it's really about connecting. It's really about connecting, and we're going to tailor the event to foster that and to grow that.
Okay, great. So we're just going to take a quick break, but we're not going anywhere just yet. We're going to continue the conversations. Viewers, just remember, share the live, share the live, share the live.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
And I have never, ever tried eating from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday and talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I pop the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops, boom, bread, boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tight, and boom, something.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338,
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start, eh?
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 62433.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap. What? You need to see somebody about that. Anderson! Who? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and account services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I did this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call and send services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
My name is Carpage. I'm the head coach of St. Jago High School boys and field team.
My name is Joseph Small. I am the head coach of the girls female program. Preparing an athlete is not just running on the track. The mental aspect, you have the nutrition aspect, and you have the support and the motivation. So there's a factor that we have to look into, and we have to try to see how best we can deal with them as best as possible.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Welcome back, viewers, and we're continuing our conversations about the Building Blocks Youth Business Conference. Now, Justin, I understand that Olivia Chapman, who's the founder of this, she seems to be, you know, the woman in charge, the boss. Tell us more about her direction.
Listen, Olivia is a firecracker, right? Olivia is a firecracker. She is very, very persistent, very tenacious. And, you know, the way that she took her pop-up shop, and she has grown that thing tremendously over the last 3 years, right? And she wanted to branch out, so that's why she's doing a bunch of different events now. So the Youth Business Conference came from Olivia's mind, right? She wanted us to partner, and sometimes I feel as though, you know, I am just there to assist, but she's really the firecracker behind the entire event. Again, she has a passion, a real passion for business, a real passion for community, And I think that I really, really applaud her for the work that she has been doing in and around the community.
Okay, great. And for any young person who may be having that itch, probably I should get into business, but they're still doubting themselves.
Yeah.
What words of encouragement would you like to leave them this morning?
First, I would like to say come to the event because it's for persons like you. It's not just business owners. We also have a few students as well. We have persons who are they are at the idea phase of things. We have persons at the in 2-3 years already owning their own company. So I would like to tell those persons that if you have the idea, the first thing you have to do is to plan, right? What do you want this idea to be in the next year, the next 6 months, the next year, the next 2 to 3 years, right? The first that they would have to do is to plan, right? And the second thing is one of the other things that they should do, actually, is to partner with people who could help you to bring that vision to life, right? But firstly, come to the event, right? On the 18th of July.
Circling back to registration and finding those forms, how can we access that information?
The forms, okay, so you can contact me at 328-2989 and I will send you the form, fill that out, and we put you on the list, right? The cost is $350. Once you make that payment, then you'll be able to attend.
Okay, great. So, Mr. Stewart, I want to thank you for joining us in studio this morning to chat all things Building Blocks Youth Business Conference. It sounds like something that we should all be a part of, especially in the countryside. I love that because, sometimes when we hear about these businesses, it's always in the more Scarborough area, in the Chopin complex here, there. And so I really look forward to seeing how this conference unfolds because I did get an invite. So I look forward to, probably attending and being a part of this experience. All right, viewers, well, I know that we reached the end of our show this morning. For everyone that tuned in, for everyone that joined, for everyone that just that little time out of your morning to sit down and catch a vibe with us, I want to say thank you. Now, I'm urging everyone to have a safe and productive weekend. And once again, we're going to see you next week right here on Tobago Updates. Take care.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawn as the passion start to rise.